Good morning, Collective and Soul Tribe. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday so far. Today is February 26th, so let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know. It is Baby Friday, all right? Now, some of you that resonate with this, there's something about certain holidays like Easter and things like that that could be significant, but there is also something about maybe you guys could be cleansing and releasing around that time. Now, not everybody will resonate with this, but even if you're not celebrating the holiday per se, there's something about releasing and cleansing later on in the next few weeks that could resonate for somebody. But let's see what you guys might need to know. All right, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to February 26th? What do they need to know for today? What clarity and understanding can you give the collective at this time today when it comes to this energy? So when it comes to water, water could be very significant for some of you now. Either water or the color blue, or there's something about your intuition could be flowing at this time. Like it's like you guys are getting intuitive downloads, but instead of it like coming in pieces, it's like it's just flowing. For some of you guys, the saying of flowing like water, sorry, let me say it properly, flow like water, that that could be significant too. So for some of you guys could flow like water, right? Or there's something about going with the flow that's very significant. Being near water could also be very significant for some of you as well. But when it comes to like energy and intuition and things like that, you know, you guys could just be going with the flow. So take what resonates with that, okay? Trusting in the divine and also surrendering is also significant as well. Yeah, trust is very significant as well. So you guys are either going with the flow, trusting. Okay, you know, when it comes to heart energy as well, you guys are trusting your heart and trusting your intuition when it comes to, you know, certain situations that you guys could be dealing with, or, you know, opening up your heart more and trusting that you guys will receive what it is that you guys may need. Okay, for some of you guys, anxiety could be very significant. Like some of you may deal with it a little bit, or there's something about even if you dealt with anxiety, some of you guys could be releasing that, right? And that's a good thing. Okay, everybody goes through different ways, different versions or waves of anxiety, so we can't really judge to say, you know, what is more anxious than the other. But when it comes to anxiety, you guys are trusting, right? Trusting your intuition, trusting your inner knowing. Now, if something does make you anxious or does give you anxiety, you know, that could be messing with your nervous system or your immune system, because it's almost like your gut is not being able to settle. But for some of you guys, when it comes to settling your gut or, you know, focusing on gut health, some of you guys could be working on your nervous system, or there's something about releasing and letting go anxiety. Now, if you're somebody who suffers with anxiety to the point where you need medical assistance, and hey, you know, I'm not a doctor, you need to do what you need to do, right? And obviously everybody's different. So not everybody deals with anxiety the same way. Some people can go within, you know, kind of teach themselves slowly, step by step, how to release that. And for some people, it may be really difficult. So again, things that make you anxious, you guys are removing yourself from that. Things that no longer align with you, that give you anxiety, is also significant when it comes to the energy. Okay, some of you guys may have anxious, you know, anxious feelings sometimes, but it's not something that maybe last forever. It could just be within that moment, or there could be an energy of somebody that makes you nervous or anxious. Okay, but there is something about someone being anxious about something too. Like say you guys are working on something and you're not sure how the outcome will be. There's something about trusting in the universe, because things will always work out in your favor. Yeah, confidence, right? So yeah, if you guys were somebody who was suffering from anxiety or dealing with anxiety, you guys are slowly showing up as confident. Okay. And again, anxiety could look different for everybody. Not everybody's anxiety will show up the same way for, everyone else. And so that could be significant, but your confidence could be very significant, or there's something about stepping into confidence, with more strength, right? Showing up very strong, very resilient, okay, very persistent as well, right? So keep moving on, guys. Keep doing what you're doing because it's showing in the energy. Yeah, you guys are illuminating at this time. So shining your light could be very significant. Okay, being a bright light for other people is also confirmation for some of you. Okay, and this may not resonate for everybody, but this is also sun energy. It's giving Leo energy when it comes to strength, right? So you guys are showing up in this energy. Love. Someone's love could flow very effortlessly. Like, it's not a facade. Like, there's something about someone's love that could be significant. Either you can show love, or there's something about, people can feel the energy of love around you, okay? And for some of you guys, this could depend on your Venus placements, right? Especially with Venus, this is about love and pleasure. So some of you guys could be in the flow when it comes to what you love to do or what brings you pleasure, or even when it comes to like relationships, right? You show up as somebody who has very loving energy when it comes to your relationships. Okay, yeah, strength. Okay, strength is very significant. You show up as someone who's strong, okay, when it comes to your stability, when it comes to whether this is mental, financial, material. But from what I'm picking up, mental stability is very significant as well, right? When it comes to anxiety and your strength, pushing through the adversities, pushing through, what feels uncomfortable, okay? So let's see what else you might need to know when it comes to this energy. But you guys are showing up with strength, right? Even if you felt like, I can't do this, or, another day, basically, it's like you guys are moving away from those thoughts, whether those are negative thoughts or negative people, and you guys are showing up as someone with a lot of power. Yeah, there's something about rest that could be very significant. There's something about taking a step back, resting, okay, taking care of yourself as well, right? Peace. Yeah. Okay, so there's something about rest. There's something about peace. For some of you guys, there's something about like you going within. Okay, now this could be either sleep. For some of you guys, when it comes to like sleeping more, getting enough rest, or for some of you, this is about, basically having peace within yourself. With these eyes closing, it's like you guys closing out a chapter and stepping into something more peaceful, okay? Rest could be very significant. Like, it's okay for you to rest. For some of you guys, you may find more peace when you rest, okay? And also ideation, right? So when it comes to like what the ideal is, there's something about your energy where you may feel like you're not the ideal, right? Like the ideation, I guess you can say. But in actuality, your love and strength is actually the ideation. Like, it's the ideal. So you know how some people talk about, I have a master's, or I have a BA, or I have this. It's like, that's cool. I'm not knocking anybody down because education is amazing. Okay, we all want to learn. We all want to grow. We all want to, succeed. The reason why I bring up those things is that a lot of time people go by ego. So it's almost like you can still be humbled by your successes and what you have and still show up for people. But there's something about someone's energy that, like, not the collective per se, but someone else's energy around the collective, where someone will think that because they're more logical than you, or because they have like a whole bunch of bachelors or masters or a PhD or whatever they did to go to school, they may think that they're more smarter than you. And they could be. They could be smart, right? But intelligence doesn't mean about what you know. It's how you show up in energy. So your love and strength alone, okay, could be intimidating, or could be, a threat to somebody who moves with logic constantly. I mean, like, they don't even think about how people may feel in that moment. They just think about logic. Okay, so if it's business or anything like that, they're cutthroat. All they think about is what's going to make more money. Why is this person slowing us down? They don't think about the person's life, what they're going through. They don't think about maybe what could affect them. They don't think about the community as well. So You know, in some jobs where people may keep people because they're like, oh, we can't let this one go because they make the money. Okay, we can't let them go. They make all the money. They're our top leader. Yeah, but that same person that you guys don't want to let go is the same person that's actually causing a lot of turmoil in people's life. Okay, the way that they work, the way that they speak to people, the way that they show up, the disrespect. Okay, even as somebody who may have maybe a different race as somebody else, there's something about corporations when it comes to different people as minority and treating people that are like lesser than. And even people who are in minority sections, like, no offense, but even when it comes to ideation, there's something about there's something about also people dealing with racism, okay, or sexism, or even when it comes to like different cultures. So you could be a person of color and you could be an African American, and you can still be dealing with racism or hatred from someone who is a person of color, as crazy as it sounds, right? You could be someone of a different, background and still be dealing with those things because, again, it's all about how people are raised and how they think. So, in my eyes, as a Black woman, when I see someone that's another race or a different, a different group, ethnicity, or whatever, to me, I'm like, whoa, because I get to connect with that person because of food, culture, whatever the case may be, right? And so it is different for people who are minorities, okay? That's like me living, I don't know, in Timbuktu, right? And and I know people understand this. It's like, you coming from one culture and seeing someone from the same culture and being happy because you can relate to that person because they feel like home. Nothing is wrong with that. But at the same time, there's something about inclusion. So you could be someone that is a person of color, or you could be African American, or you could be European, or whatever the case is. It doesn't matter where you're from. You're still able to connect with different people from different parts of the world. But at the same time, you meeting somebody who feels like home to you could also resonate in a sense where it doesn't matter what they look like, their energy feels like home. How they speak, how they, move, how they do things, how they show up. Right. So that could be also another thing when it comes to ideation. People think that, because they have that education or background, that means they're more smarter than you when it comes to logic. But you could be smarter than that person because of how you love or how you show up in strength, what you say, how you encourage people. Being a leader doesn't necessarily mean that you dictate what people do, telling people, you need to do this, you need to do that, if you don't do this, you're going to lose your job, or if you don't do this. That's not what a leader does. A leader does not scare tactic people. A leader empowers people. A leader encourages people. A leader shows people, leading by example and not by what people think, right? So some of you guys, when it comes to the ideation, it doesn't matter how things look like. You are the ideal. Money, abundance, right? You bring abundance, right, to your energy. There's something about what you attract. Growth is very significant. Okay, something about you helping people grow, or there's something about people see growth when they're in your energy, for example. Yeah, there's something about, you bringing balance, and somebody could be angry too because you're balanced. Okay, because you're someone who's balanced, somebody could be angry that you're balanced, and someone could be angry about the fact that you don't care if you're the ideal. You don't care if you're what society wants, right? It's almost like because you don't have like all the credentials in your background, that means that you're not capable of doing something. That's not true. You can be. You are capable. But someone in your angry could be like someone in your energy could be angry because of money. Money could be very significant. Okay, someone could have been blocking your blessings as well when it comes to money, because there's something about you may not care that you're not the ideal or the ideation when it comes to society and things like that, but they care. Okay, and that could be something that makes them upset as well because they care about what people think, or they care about how people see them, or they care, but you don't care. All you care about is you moving forward, okay, and protecting your energy. So yeah, mystery is very significant. There's something about hidden anger that's very significant, but you can see this because there's like something about like illusions, right? Yeah, energy. You can see this. There's something about hidden anger. You guys can see this energy, right? When it comes to, you know, you being a mystery. Now, if you are being mysterious at this time, it's not because you guys are being mysterious. There's something about something being hidden, like a cloak. Anybody who watches, you know, Harry Potter, I didn't watch all of it, so I don't know the movie like that or the books. I just remember watching some, you know, some scenes as a kid, and that could be confirmation, like having to watch Harry Potter like in elementary school. But yeah, the anger when it comes to energy, there's something about you being mysterious. So there's something about you being protected or cloaked or hidden, right? And somebody could be angry about that because of your energy. Like your energy is very mysterious. Somebody cannot pinpoint when it comes to you and your energy. That's weird. Okay, there's something that you could have stopped. Okay, there's something about happiness as well when it comes to energy, like I said, and ghost. Okay, so yeah, something about your energy is like a ghost. Like people may have nostalgia about you. There's something about people thinking about you a lot more frequently than they usually do because, again, this is about the past, right? And with Pisces energy, things that are seen and unseen are going to show up a lot at this moment. And especially us being at the astrological end of the year in Pisces, that's also confirmation when it comes to the energy. Okay, so again, there's something about hidden anger, or there's something about hidden like animosity or something hidden, and it's almost like you guys see this and you're just like, ugh, like I don't have time for this. It's like you stopped caring, you stopped dealing with people who, you know, have hidden intentions in your energy, and you guys are moving forward. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys have been giving and sharing. I appreciate that. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube as always, because those are the only places that I actually post my readings or videos, right? And also follow me on my website. You guys can check out my blog that I just posted yesterday about the full moon in Virgo and what you guys need to do to prepare, all that good stuff. So follow me there at www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. And if you guys are looking to book a reading, you guys can also go there to do that as well. All right, guys. So thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. Just, you know, us being able to exchange energy, you know, back and forth. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Thursday. And yeah, keep pushing, guys. Keep moving. Anybody who's angry in your energy, let them be. Okay, let them be angry. Let them be in their own energy, because again, misery loves company, and that could be something that you guys are like, oh heck no. Like if you want to be miserable, you stay over there. Don't bring that energy over to here. And again, some of you guys may be considered as selfish because, you know, you guys finally chose yourself, and it's like, well, what's that saying? Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Okay, there's nothing you can do about that. You guys are protecting your energy. You guys are doing what's best for you. All right, guys, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.